Good morning everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm Sean, this is Dream Cars Daily, and today's video is different than what we normally do. There's some footage that I wanted to share with you guys. I've been sitting on it for a while. Somebody had a really nasty accident and I was there to witness it or the aftermath, and I just kind of want to talk to you guys about it and show you the footage. I was waiting until the driver's insurance company paid out. I didn't want to run any risk of damaging his ability to collect from his insurance. It was a brutal accident. And part of the reason that I'm showing you this is because the way that I drove on Tail of the Dragon was spirited. What's that?
Manji the turn.
I have a lot of faith in my driving abilities. I'm a very confident driver. I've done a lot of performance driving. However, I don't recommend anybody drives the way I did on Tail of the Dragon, and the reason I put the disclaimer on that video was because of this accident. You'll see in the footage that the car probably over-rotated around a curve and literally launched off the side of the cliff. We transitioned from dry to wet, and I wasn't here to see it, but we're all assuming that he hit the wet and it just continued and over-rotated. I'm not going to show the driver, I'm not going to show his passenger, just out of respect for him. And yes, the car is a Mustang. Please don't leave any comments below about how it was a Mustang and it went out of control. It could have been anybody. It could have been me. The corner was a 180-degree turn that transitioned from dry to wet, and it's just something that happened. It was incredibly scary. The driver is okay. His passenger was okay. There was a cage in the car and 4-point harnesses. Otherwise, this may not have turned out the way that it did. I want to commend all of the people on the rally for jumping in. This car. So I was kind of leading the rally up the tail because I was probably going to attack that road harder than most people were. So I kind of took off a little bit before everybody else. And when I got to this turn, there was somebody standing there kind of waving people down, and I immediately knew there was something going on. I knew somebody was in trouble. So we parked and checked it out and realized that there was a car about 30 feet down in the ravine and hung up on a tree. Again, this is bad. It was really bad. And it was a sobering moment for me. It was, again, part of the reason that I put the disclaimer on my video. Please don't drive like this. You can say, if you play with a dragon, you could get burned. And that's kind of what happened here. The driver of this car got burned badly, and thankfully everybody walked away from it okay. All the people in the rally behind me stopped, so there was a good group of us that kind of banded together and helped these people. I mean, we had to human chain the passenger out the driver's window. The way the car was sitting like this, I mean, it was almost, it was probably 80 degrees, 85 degrees. I mean, it was almost straight down, and the car went down at an angle. So the passenger had to come out the driver's window, and the passenger was not in shape to remove themselves from the vehicle. So I mean, it took a lot of teamwork to get that person out, and yeah, they were extracted. They were okay. The car was towed away. Insurance is now paid out on it, so I feel okay with releasing this video. I have been in contact with the driver. He's okay with me releasing this video. He has never asked me not to use his name or not to use his face or anything, but I just think that's a respectful thing to do. I want you guys to see what happened here. I want everybody to see this. Tail of the Dragon is an amazing road. It was a ton of fun. I loved doing it. When I took off, it was pouring down rain, and then the rain cleared up, so I went up and over, and then this was on my way back. So you've got uphill, downhill. Yeah, and you see in my footage, you know, like I did donuts and whatnot, and I had fun on the one end, and then I go back up, and that's when we ran into this. So, yeah, I definitely drove a little more carefully for the remainder of the day. It woke me up a little bit. The insurance company did total it out. Sounds like he was compensated by his insurance for the vehicle, and I guess everybody's okay. However, the car is never going to be okay again. Yeah. At the end of the day, a car can be replaced. You can't replace people. So I'm really happy that everyone was okay, and I'm really happy that you guys share these videos with me, that you watch my stuff, that you watch me go do stupid things. Please don't do them too. That could have been me. And if anybody drives on that road the way that I was driving, it could be you. Yeah, for all I know, this guy wasn't even getting crazy. He was just having fun. I was being crazy. And would I do it again? Yeah, I honestly, I probably would, but I have a lot of faith in my abilities. That doesn't mean that anybody else should do it. I don't ever want anybody to drive that road that way without proper training, and honestly, I don't ever want anybody to drive that road that way, period, because it is dangerous. They probably could have died that day based on the condition of the car and how far they went over. They definitely could have died. It was rough, it was scary, and it was definitely a wake-up call that the tail of the dragon is not a road to be messed with. This is the footage. In the end, it all worked out, and it was a really great effort from the Recharge Rally folks to come together and help somebody. I'm so proud of the way our group, our team, banded together to help somebody, and the Recharge Rally was a really great experience. This was a pretty rough experience as far as the rally went, but it was an opportunity for all of us to come together and show what we were truly made of. And I'm honestly very, very proud of those guys, you know, everybody on the rally and what they did on that day and the way that things were handled. We came across something that was really rough, and everybody put down their fun and just jumped in and did what needed to be done. I think it says a lot about the Recharge Rally, the people that put it together and the group of people that they brought together, because everybody that was on that rally was picked to be on that rally. It wasn't just, if you wanted to go, you got to go. They kind of handpicked everybody and chose, and I feel like they did a really good job there, because when it was time to get serious and put down the fun, they did that. I don't know if I have a whole lot more to say. It was bad, it was scary. Right after, it was incredibly fun. Don't ever take for granted that the road is going to stay the same as it was. I mean, it transitioned from dry to wet, and all it takes is a little bit of speed in a rear-wheel drive car for that rear end to come out on you. And when you're on the side of a mountain, you guys, thank you for watching. I've been waiting to release this video. I've wanted to share it with you. Again, I don't want to damage somebody else by making a video. That's not who I am. That's not ever who I want to be. Me making a video and showing it to you guys out there is never going to hurt somebody. And had I released this footage, I'm the only person that had footage of this, period. Nobody else filmed it. Nobody there filmed it. So other footage just doesn't exist. So I had this, and I've been sitting on it because as I've been in contact with the driver, he was waiting on his insurance company to pay out. They had a lot of questions, and I didn't want them to happen to come across my video and see something in there that they didn't like. I didn't want them to see something that maybe raised a red flag or caused any questions. So the responsible thing to do in that situation was to wait, and the footage wasn't going anywhere. I just I thought I would wait, see what happened, and you know, once his insurance had settled with him and figured out what they wanted to do, then I figured it was time to put this video together. And just a couple days ago, he received a check. My understanding is he may not be purchasing another car. That was a second car for him, so he's he may be putting some money towards a house and moving on with his life, and that's wonderful. I'm happy for him. Yeah, most of all, I'm just happy that he's okay, that his passenger is okay, that nobody was seriously injured or died. So at the end of the day, that is again what is most important. It could have been a lot worse, and it wasn't. It was really bad, but it wasn't as bad as it could have been. So anyway, you guys, thank you for watching. Hit that subscribe button, throw me a like, and don't ever go over the edge of a mountain. It's probably not fun. Bye.